Are you tired of manually copying your blog links and posting them on Twitter every time you publish a new blog article? But what if I told you that your Google Blogger post can be automatically shared on Twitter? Yes, you heard it right. So hello everyone, welcome to Pabbly, and in this video I'm going to show you how you can auto share blogger post on Twitter using Pabbly Connect. So now as soon as you will create a new article or new blog over the Google Blogger, it will be automatically shared on Twitter, and this not only save your time but also ensure consistent content sharing. So if you also want to create this amazing automation, then let me take it towards my screen. Now let me show you how this automation is going to work in real time. So for that, let's move on towards my Google Blogger, where I'm going to create a new post. And we will see whether this post automatically get added to my Twitter or not. So here I'm going to simply click over this new post, and here on this page I'm going to provide the title and the description of my blog, which I'm going to create over the Google Blogger. So here you can see I have provided this title, that is the healing power of nature in our busy lives, and here I have provided the description. Now let's publish this blog. So here I am going to simply click over this confirm, and here our blog has been successfully published. Now let's move on towards my Twitter account to check whether a new tweet is created over there or not regarding our new blog. So here I'm landed to my Twitter account, where I'm going to refresh this page. And here you can see I'm successfully receiving the same blog which I have recently created in my Google Blogger, having the same title, that is the healing power of nature in our busy lives. And here we are also getting the link of the blog which we have created. So here you can see this is the blog which I have recently created in my Google Bloggers. So now I am going to show you how you can create this amazing automation for your own business too. Now before moving on towards Pabbly Connect, I am going to show the surprise which I have bought for you. So right on the screen you can see this coupon code STUYT, which is going to provide you exclusive discounts on your purchase for the Pabbly. So this is your chance to get instant savings and start automating your whole business. So what are you waiting for? Use this coupon code STUYT and get heavy discounts on your purchase. So for creating this automation, you have to access Pabbly Connect. So open the new tab and type its URL. That is pabbly.com/connect, and once you will enter the URL, you will land to the home page of Pabbly, where you will be getting two options, that is sign in and sign up free. So if you are a new user, then you have to simply click over the sign up free, and when you create a new account over the Pabbly Connect, then you can get 100 free tasks every month for practicing Pabbly Connect. And if you already have an account, then you can simply click over this sign in. But before moving on forward towards Pabbly Connect, I'm going to tell you something exciting about Pabbly community. So this is the page of Pabbly community, where automation users, marketers and business owners gather to share their ideas, ask questions and get new updates regarding using the Pabbly application. So you can also join Pabbly community now and grow your business with us. And I have provided the link of the Pabbly community in the description. So go and join our Pabbly community now. And now let's move on towards our Pabbly Connect, where I'm going to simply click over this sign in. And once you log in or sign up your account, then you will be getting this all Pabbly apps page, where you can see all the products provided by Pabbly. And now as we are going to create an automation by integrating different applications, then we will be using this Pabbly Connect app. So now let's click over this access now button, and we will be landed to the dashboard page of Pabbly Connect, which can be seen here. And here you can see all these folders where I have organized my all workflows by integrating different applications. And if you also want to create a folder for organizing your automations, then you simply have to click over this create a new folder button, and here you have to provide the folder name, and if you want you can even select the parent folders for better organizations. But now I am going to create a workflow. So for that you simply have to click over this create workflow button, and here you will be getting this option for selecting the workflow builder. And here we are getting two workflow builder, that is beta, which is modern, faster and more flexible, and another workflow builder, that is classic, which will provide you stable and familiar approach. So here I am going to use this newly launched workflow builder beta. So now let's click over this select button, and here we are getting this dialog box which is asking me to enter my workflow name. So now let's provide it. So here I'm providing it the name add Google Blogger post to Twitter, and here I'm going to select my folder as automation. Now let's click over this create button, and here we are receiving this pop-up which says workflow created successfully, and we are landed to our workflow page where you might observe this option of adding the trigger. Now you might be thinking, what is this trigger? So trigger is our first application or the application which is going to initiate our workflow. So in this case, I want to initiate my workflow as soon as a new blog is created over my Google Blogger. So here I'm going to select my trigger app as Google Blogger. So now let's click over this add trigger, and here I'm going to search for the Google Blogger which is going to be my trigger app, and here you can see that I'm getting this application, so I'm going to select it, and afterwards I'm going to select my app event as new post added. Now let's click over this connect button. And here we are landed to the connection page where for building a new connection you have to sign up with your Google account. And here I am going to use my existing connection. So now let's click over this save button. And here we have successfully built in our connection. And as we have built in our connection, we are getting these fields. So the first field we are getting is for selecting the blog. So from this drop down you can select your blog created under your Google Blogger. And here it is asking me to select the status. So here I am going to select my status as only live, as I want to fetch only the live blogs. So here my status is already selected, and here we are getting this option for selecting the response format, which is already selected as simple, so that we can receive the response in simple format. And as you will select this save and send test request button, Pabbly Connect will automatically fetch your live blogs. So before selecting this save and send test request button, let's move on towards my Google Blogger and create a new blog. So here I'm going to simply click over this new post, and here again I'm going to create a new blog or the post. So here you can see I have created this blog having the title time, the one thing we can never get back. And here I have added the description. Now let's publish it. And here you can see my blog has been published. Now let's move on towards my Pabbly Connect and click over the save and send test request button and fetch the blog which we have recently created in our Google Blogger. And here we are getting this response, and in this response you can see I'm getting the same title of the blog which I have recently created in my Google Blogger. So we have successfully fetched the response by using Pabbly Connect. And Google Blogger is a polling based trigger, means it is going to fetch the data after a definite period of time. So here you can select trigger time according to you. So I am going to simply make a right click, and here we are getting this option for set trigger time which you have to select, and you will be getting this option for selecting your trigger time. So here I am going to keep it as check every 90 minutes, means Pabbly Connect is going to check Google Blogger after every 90 minutes for the new blog or the post. So here I'm going to simply click over the save button, and here we have successfully set the trigger time of our trigger application. And now we have to do the action, means we are going to add this blog or the post to the Twitter. So for that we simply have to click over this add new action step button, and here I'm going to search for my action app, that is Twitter, as I'm going to create a new tweet over the Twitter regarding my blog. So here you can see I'm getting this application, that is X formerly Twitter, which I have selected, and now I'm going to select my app event as create tweet, and afterwards let's simply click over this connect button. And here we are landed to this connection page where if you want to use your existing connection, then you can select it. And for building the new connection, follow the steps which I am going to show you. So here I am going to simply select this add new connection, and here we are getting a new connection name. And now we just have to click over this connect with X formerly Twitter button, and make sure to log in your Twitter account before building the connection so that a smooth connection can be built in. And here we are getting these fields for entering the client ID and client secret. So for getting the client ID and the client secret, we have to read the documentation given on the help desk. So now let's click over this hyperlink, and we will be landed to the documentation containing the hyperlink of the developer.twitter.com where we can get our client ID and client secret. So now let's click over here. And here you can see I'm landed to the developer platform of Twitter where I'm going to select this developer portal, where I'm going to select my project and app. So here I'm getting this project and app which I'm going to select, and here I'm going to simply click over this keys and tokens. And here you can see I'm getting the client ID and client secret required for building the connection between Twitter and Pabbly Connect. So now let's copy this client ID and paste over the Pabbly Connect for building the connection. And now let's get our client secret. So here I'm going to simply click over this regenerate in the client secret and again click over this regenerate. And here I'm getting my client secret, which I'm going to copy and paste over the Pabbly Connect for building the connection, as this client ID and client secret are working as a bridge for building the connection between Pabbly Connect and Twitter. Now let's click over this save button, and here you can see I'm getting this option for selecting my Twitter account. So here I'm going to authorize the app. And don't worry, your data is safe with Pabbly Connect, so you can authorize your Twitter account. And here I'm getting some of the fields. So the first field we are getting is for entering the message. So here you have to enter the message which you want to tweet over the Twitter. So now let's enter our message here. So here I'm going to post this message to my Twitter, and after this line we just publish a new article on our blog. I'm going to add the title of the blog which I have recently created. Now you might be thinking that I'm going to manually enter the title of my blog, but no, I'm going to perform the real magic of Pabbly Connect, that is mapping. Now you might be thinking, what is this mapping? So mapping is basically inserting the data from the previous step so that you don't have to enter your values again and again, as mapping makes the field dynamic. So here I'm going to map the title of my blog from the response which I'm receiving from Google Blogger, as this is my previous application. And the process of mapping is simple. You just have to select the slash sign and you will be getting all your previous applications. So here you can see I'm getting my previous application, that is Google Blogger, which I'm going to select. And on my Google Blogger you can see I'm getting the title which I'm going to map. And this field will be dynamic, means you don't have to manually change the title of your blogs. The title will be automatically replaced as the new blog will be created on your Google Blogger. And after this sentence, read it here, I'm going to map the link or the URL of the blog which I have recently created. And as I have selected this slash sign, I'm getting my Google Blogger again. So here I'm going to select it, and now let's search for the URL which can be seen here. So with this we have successfully mapped the title and the URL of the blog which we have created. And now we are getting these fields which are not necessary. So now let's click over this save and send test request button, and here you can see we are receiving a positive response, which means we might have created a tweet over the Twitter. So for checking it, let's move on towards my Twitter account. So here you can see I'm successfully receiving the blog which I have created in my Google Blogger, having the title, time, the one thing we can never get back. And here I'm getting the URL of the blog which I have recently created. So this is the simple step for adding your Google Blogger post to Twitter. So now you can also create amazing automations like this and reduce your manual workload by using Pabbly Connect. So what are you waiting for? Start using Pabbly Connect now, and I have provided the link of the workflow which I have recently created in the description box, so make sure to check it out and use this coupon code given on the screen, that is STUYT, which is going to provide you exclusive discounts. And if you face any problems or challenges, then don't forget to mention it in the comment section. So thank you for watching this video. Not only this automation, you can build many more integrations like this by just using Pabbly Connect. So if you have any doubt, you can mail us at support@pabbly.com, and if you have any queries, you can post it over the forums.pabbly.com. And if you have any pricing related issue, then you can visit the URL given over here. So start using Pabbly Connect for free now.